Hey, what's up? You're currently listening to TBD here on KCSB FM 91.9 in Santa Barbara and netradio.com out of Tijuana. How we doing, Matty?
Feeling good. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was sick. By the way, this is Matty Terrones out of San Diego. For those of you just tuning in, we heard like a live in studio performance by Matty, I'd say maybe like 10 minutes ago. So hopefully you're able to catch that. If not, you can find an archive at kcsb.org. Anyways, Matty, do you want to introduce yourself again? I know you did earlier, but maybe just for anybody that like may have tuned in since the last time.
Yeah, my name is Matty Terrones. I am from San Diego, and I make music.
Nice. And like, I know you kind of already explained it, but like, what were you performing for us out there?
So I kind of make these ambient soundscapes, or maybe it's a little ambient adjacent. But I mostly use cassettes and my guitar and process those through different effects pedals, and it often produces pretty interesting results.
I know, you were telling me earlier, one of the results of, I guess, the set you were playing to is from Mark Master's book, High Bias, about like cassette culture and whatnot. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Yeah,
so I just finished Mark Master's book, and it really got me excited to work with cassettes a little bit more, which I was already doing a little bit, but now I'm just like, I need to do this all the time now. So it prompted me to look up the word cassette on OfferUp, where I found this really cool tape machine. It's like an old machine that's kind of similar to the Library of Congress tape machines, but it has this really cool speed control button, and you can do all sorts of other interesting like sound manipulation things.
Is that kind of what was going down with that weird like church choir like music? Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Sick. And so I bought this tape player. This guy was selling it for $20, which is pretty wild. And he also
do they usually go for like way more or something?
Yeah, I looked it up, and people are selling them for like a little over $100.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's sick.
Wild.
Yeah.
And he also gave me like 4 other cassette players that he just didn't want, and obsidian rocks.
Oh, is that what that rock was out there? Oh, dude.
So I've just been using that to perform as well.
That's cool. It's like those rocks are cool because they were always used. They were always like so of use to like native cultures and whatnot, like making tools and whatnot. And like, now it's part of your set, I guess. I don't know.
Just another tool.
Yeah, exactly. Just another tool. That's really cool, though. Do you have any other takeaways, I guess, from like Mark Master's book or anything like that?
Yeah, the cassette community is still strong. It might be kind of niche to people that aren't hip to it right now, but it's a lot of fun. It's really nice to just hold like this cute piece of media in your hands, and
it's also not like $20 to $50 like vinyl.
Yeah, right.
If you're going new, at least, I guess, you know. Usually like $5 at a DIY show. You know what I mean? That's cool though. I guess so. You're from San Diego, Matty. What do you do out there? Like, what do you do for fun? I guess aside from music, like, what else do you do? I know you said maybe you just graduated.
Yeah, I just graduated San Diego State, and I was also involved with the radio station there. Shout out KCR, if any of y'all are listening. The radio station there is pretty cool, and I played some very weird stuff on the air.
Nice.
Which felt nice.
Do you have any of those shows like archived anywhere?
Yeah, they're on Mixcloud.
Okay, sick.
I'll send you a link.
Nice. Yeah, I'd love to listen to it.
And other than that, I like to be outside. I like reading. I like hanging out with my partner and our pets. Shout out Mole, our dog, and Westy, our cat, and Tony, my partner.
All great names. That's cool. So what did you graduate in?
I graduated in sustainability.
That's sick.
Environmental science, sociology type stuff.
So are you looking for like jobs and whatnot?
Yeah, I'm looking for jobs. Let me know if anyone's listening. hire me.
Bang Matty's line.
Yeah.
If you got
please.
job leads.
I need to get out of the grocery biz. But in the meantime, it's not bad.
I feel like Whole Foods is one of the better grocery stores to work for.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
I mean, it is. I've been there for almost 8 years now, and the job is pretty low stress, and I don't take any of it with me once I leave the building.
Yeah.
And it allows
That's
me
good.
to do stuff like this still. So,
Hopefully you're able to find a job that you're able to still leave no stress and stuff.
yeah.
And it's within the your field of study. But I also want to talk to, like, how did you get involved in DIY? I know you've been in it for a while, and you have, like, a lot of friends, a lot of mutual friends between us and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're kind of at, like, the forefront of, like, your community's DIY scene right now. But, like, how did it all start?
Yeah. So I was in punk and ska bands in high school. So I joined my first band when I was 14, and we played at a lot of like smaller venues, and I didn't really have an understanding of it as like DIY culture as I know it today.
Okay.
I just thought it was punk, and there's really no like, I didn't have an understanding of like, I guess, the ethical basis of what DIY means to me today.
You're just playing house shows with your buds.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great. And it was super cool. But it really wasn't until I went to a venue called the Che Cafe in San Diego that I started gaining an understanding of what DIY music is and what community means and radical politics and collectives and consensus-based thinking. And I went to a show there. I played a show there with the like punk ska band, and then I went to a Paul Barabeau show there.
Wait, where is this at again? Sorry.
At the Che Cafe.
Okay, the Che Cafe.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And so that was in 2009. And that kind of, I mean, it blew my mind being there for that show. And throughout my last years of high school, I would go there like pretty often. I saw like a lot of really great shows. And in the year 2011, I went to, I was doing my first tour as like a folk punk adjacent thing, acoustic stuff.
Sick.
It was kind of bad.
What was that project called?
I just went by the name Matt Bear.
Okay, cool.
You can still find the stuff online if you really want to. But, I mean, I don't like disown the stuff. I still go back on it and I'm like, yeah, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
But it's not what I...
You're not as proud of it now, yeah. You've grown past it.
Yeah. So I was doing that thing, and I was really into folk punk, and there's a label called Planet X Records that was kind of at the forefront of that scene, and they're based in Indiana, and they were having a big fest, and I knew there was one West Coast band that was playing watercolor paintings.
Oh, yeah.
Based out of Santa Barbara. And I like hit up Josh on like Facebook probably, and I was like, hey, you don't know me, but can I drive with you to the festival? And he was like, maybe, yeah, maybe. And then I did the first tour, and we played at the Bico House, and I met Josh in person. And I think there we were like, yeah, let's do it. So then
you're like, anyways, yeah. You're like, after all it happened, yeah.
Like a month later, we drove out there, and that blew my mind, seeing the punk community in Indiana. So
How did it blow your mind? Like, what was so like?
Like the venue was really cool. It was called Rhinos, something like that. One thing I remember is that there was like a section in the front for shorter people to stand like right in front.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's so thoughtful. And like I saw this band Defiance, Ohio. And they're like, we know like y'all are gonna go wild, but just please be like consensual with your movements, and if you like want to stage dive, like just make sure you get a thumbs up from everyone like in that area. And just seeing, I guess like I never saw that kind of thoughtfulness before in music and music community, and it really inspired me. So I got back home and started volunteering at Che Cafe.
Sick. What did volunteering look like over there for you?
So I guess I started off like booking shows and just being like kind of an annoying kid, bugging the like collective members. This person, Gregory Prout, who I still know.
Is he still involved with the Che?
No, but he's like in the music scene still.
Okay.
Different venues.
Cool.
So I still see Greg around. Shout out Greg.
Nice.
And yeah, Greg helped me a lot. He kind of got me more involved with Che and really encouraged me and like a few other people that were joining at that time to be active in the community. So it's like weekly meetings and dealing with UCSD stuff because the Che's on the UCSD campus. So there's always like a large struggle with UCSD. And
I was going to say, I feel like the story of the Che has been kind of shaky because of UCSD wanting to get rid of it, right?
Yeah.
For a long time.
And luckily it's in a good place now, and the current collective is a good group of kids.
Cool.
So, yeah.
When did you like stop volunteering there?
Well, I moved to Philadelphia in 2016, and that's when I stopped doing shows there. And it was hard to leave behind, but also I was kind of at the point of like, I was saying yes to like a lot of things, and it was getting really exhausting, and I was kind of not having fun anymore.
Yeah.
So I just like stopped doing shows for a few years.
Took a break.
Yeah. And yeah, now I guess I'm back at it in a bigger way now.
Cool. So were you involved in like Philly at all in the music scene over there? I feel like that's a cool place to move because at least they have like cool DIY stuff still, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of great music in the time that I was there. I lived at a show house called Planet Fitness.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was really neat. And like just having a basement was cool. Like I'm not used to
a basement in California.
Yeah, exactly. And just having like a place to play music just under my bedroom.
Did you see any of those bands like Blue Smiley or anything like that over there?
No, sadly I never got to see them. But I saw like 22 Degree Halo.
Oh,
at the time was Teenage Halloween, Friendship. There was a show that was this really great band called Marge and Weed.
Oh, Marge was sick.
Yeah, Marge was great.
Yeah, they did stuff with Salinas Records, right? Or something?
I think so.
Dude, they're so good.
Really, really great band.
That's a throwback for me.
Yeah. Oh, and Sheer Mag headlined that show.
Oh, crazy.
Really cool show.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex G, of course.
Did you see like him play any like DIY type stuff, or was it?
No, it was a little past.
Yeah, for sure.
My time, but I saw him at like larger venues, and I was like, "Whoa,
yeah,
love this."
Sick.
Yeah.
Didn't he play like "Growing Up Is Dumb" or something like that?
I think he did. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Did you ever go to that?
I didn't go to that. I think on that tour I played with him in Temecula. So I guess I did see him on the West Coast at a smaller venue. Oh, I saw him at Che too. What am I saying?
Oh, dude, that's insane.
But that was before I moved to Philly.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. I mean, I guess before we like move into like present day, do you have any like shows that you just look back on and you're like, that was sick. I'm like proud of that. Or is it kind of just like an overall like I'm just proud of what I did back then?
Or like booking wise?
Yeah, I guess just like booking and stuff.
I think a lot of the folk punk stuff that I did, like the last time Paul Baribeau was out here, I booked like 3 of his shows.
Yeah.
And that was really special because he was my first Che Cafe show, and he's a great guy. And Nana Grizzle was another one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Super cool. They slept at Che. We had a big Che sleepover with them.
That's sick.
Yeah. And yeah, there's definitely more. There's a show with Your Heart Breaks and Nana Grizzle.
Mm-hmm.
That was another one. Yeah, I just met like so many amazing people.
Mm-hmm.
So many people that aren't cool, but also a lot of people that are cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
And sorry.
So I was gonna say, like, so you're kind of like booking stuff again now, under like Make Believe DIY, right?
Yeah, so we have a small collective in San Diego right now called Make Believe. It's myself, my friend Audrey, and our friend Cameron, who plays in a band called Can Can. And Audrey and I play in another band called Neutral Shirt. And we thought it would be better to kind of have a unified front for shows.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so far it's been super sweet. Audrey is making a lot of cool tapes. We're also a small tape label.
Nice. I've noticed that like some of the tapes have been coming out with like Burn All Books or something. Is that like
Yeah.
you guys too, or
Mm-hmm.
what is that?
Well, Burn All Books is a Aristograph press in San Diego. And they just opened a physical location as well.
Oh, sick.
And it's called Scanners Archive. And
Nice.
it's a big zine archive and print shop. And there's also a community radio station based out of it called Particle FM.
Oh, dude, that's where that's at. That's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a great spot. Shout out Nick and Amanda and Christian at Particle FM.
Awesome. Yeah, dude. So I guess like, when did you start doing Make Believe again? Like, when was it kind of like, all right, our scene's kind of growing. Like, we should probably do this.
I think maybe like half a year ago,
Okay.
we decided to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got back into booking shows like a little over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of how recent this is. And it's mostly been stuff that I actually want to do. And we were all doing the same thing, and we were just like, well, why don't we just do this all together? Audrey kind of spearheaded the idea, and we were just like, yeah, let's do it together. 'Cause it's better than doing it alone.
It's not DIY, it's DIT.
Yeah.
Sick. Well, where can people keep up with all things Make Believe? If they want to check out some San Diego DIY shows, I know it's a little far from Santa Barbara, but we're all connected still, in a way.
Yeah. Instagram at Make Believe DIY or at Burn All Books. Burn All Books. And there's also Burn All Books website. I think it's just burnallbooks.com. But that should have stuff.
Cool.
For Make Believe.
Awesome. Well, it's like 5:59 here, so we should probably get rolling to Simi Valley, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I got like one more question here, Matty. I wish we could chat longer on air. This is so sick. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah, please.
We'll have to make it longer sometime. But I got one question, and it's the biggest one of the show. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. A rat is going to jump into your mouth. Do you want this rat to jump into your mouth head first or butt first, and why?
I think head first. I don't want to have a rat's ass in my mouth.
That's fair. That's a logical answer, you know? All right. Well, well, thanks again, Matty. That was sick.
Yeah. Thank you, Thomas.
Thanks for the performance. If you missed it, you can find the archive, kcsb.org. And then I'll also put everything up on YouTube. That's youtube.com/TBD Presents. But that probably won't be for a while because I'm backlogged because it's a lot of work. And you can keep up with all things TBD, including gigs.